Sunday, 6:04 p.m. Dinner is 4 minutes late tonight. We have lemon chicken. The initial mouthfuls are very nice, but the flavour is too insistent, so I eat it quickly to obliterate the taste. It's the first time I've ever finished a meal before my father. Perhaps it's a sign, like in the TV show Kung Fu. When you can snatch the pebbles from my hand, it is time to leave the temple. When you can finish the lemon chicken before the father, it is time to leave home. My mother slips my sweet bowl under my main meal and removes the plate so there is no gap between mains and sweets. The jelly in the bowl quivers as if to say hello, causing the generous helping of my custard to run all over my ice cream. As I stare at this potential design for a new Australian flag, I think to myself, why would I leave this? Knees off the chair, my mother says. I always sit on my legs at dinner, and my mother always says, knees off the chair. I might be moving into a share house with Lexi 3, I say. My father looks at me and laughs. He laughs so much he has to dab his eyes with a big white hanky. My mother laughs as well, but she manages to compose herself enough to say, don't you put the phone in your name or you'll be paying for it the rest of your life. Monday, 8 p.m. 204 Bell Street is a 2-storey terrace, further from the beach than I imagined. Lexi's smiling face greets me at the multicoloured front door. The inside is dark. So dark that as I'm walking down the hallway, I think there's a room off to the right, but when I push on the door, nothing happens. That's because it's a drawing. The hallway itself is long and dusty. Books, a macrame room divider, and a mountain bike that's fallen over line one wall. Next is the green, maroon, tan, blue, and brown lounge room. Check this, says Lexi. She drops a 20-cent coin, and much to her delight, it rolls quickly towards the right side of the house. Mad, eh? She says. What catches my eye in the kitchen is the shower in the left-hand corner of the room. When you're cooking, you'll get to know the others, she says. Check this, she snorts. She opens the oven door, and a German shepherd and an ebullient kelpie that's been watching my every move since I arrived bark until she closes it again. Where's my room? I say. Upstairs, she says. On the way, we meet Ruby. She's about 6 foot, dressed in black, with thin porcelain white makeup covering her face. She frightens me as she unexpectedly appears out of a room painted completely black. Ruby, Sandy, Sandy, Ruby. Cool, Ruby says. Lexi tells Ruby that I might take the slot car room. Lexi quickly translates. Lenny's got his slot cars set up in that room at the moment. We leave Ruby staring off into space and continue towards my room. How many people live here? I ask. 7, counting you. If you take it, she says. The room with the slot car set is small and slopes east. There's no window, but there's a door that opens onto a small balcony. The moment I open the door, a giant black poodle in the next house's garden stands on its hind legs and starts barking. It doesn't stop barking until I close the door again. In the room opposite the slot car room, a slight person with glasses is sweeping a large dust ball into the corridor. Paddle, Sandy, Sandy, paddle. Yellow, he says in a foppish way. Just depogging my room, he says. We trade small talk for a few seconds, then Lexi moves on. My room, Lexi says, pushing back a noisy door revealing a neat blue and tan bedroom. She turns to face a door with a surfing poster half stuck on it and whispers, Lenny. She pushes the door open. Lenny, I assume it's Lenny, is asleep on a grubby mattress. A tortured-looking sheet is twisted around his completely naked body. And who's in the front room? I ask her as we make our way back down the thin, dusty stairs. Candy and Bill, she says. So, it's 50 for rent, 40 for Kitty. Lexi confirms this with a nod, and we split all the bills.